into this era of differences that we see, when everyone start making their opinions, based on what they say is fact or commentary that makes sense, you start seeing a gray area when it comes to this type of content. People are drawn by political powers and political forces, and don't go this way, don't go left, don't go right. I am an independent. I am not a Democrat. I am not a Republican. I am an independent person. I go for whoever is the best for the job, meaning that I don't belong to a party. I voted for a man who's a Republican in our section, where we live, in our area, over the Democratic woman. She wanted me to vote for her because she was black. She didn't feel she needed to speak to me. She didn't feel like she even had to tell me what she was running for. Don't matter. She black. What you asking questions for? You see, that type of behavior of entitlement is the reason I didn't give her a vote. That other person called my phone. Cold call, by the way. Luckily, they got an answer from me. But I sat there and spoke to them over the phone. Once I did, I said, wow, this person has an actual plan. I'm going to go along with this, because he actually explained why he should get my vote. Because I said, why should I vote for you? What are you representing? What are you bringing to the community? And so far, that man has done his job in our area, our community. The people that affect where you live. And he won. Well, I haven't seen the new footage yet. But I'm quite sure whatever it is going to start some controversy up. But we'll get to that in a minute. Now, when we're sitting back looking at, like people say, best intentions, people want to always use what's the best intentions for any of them, right? What's the best intention? Oh, they often say that, man. Come on. They can't live it down. So what you're voting for, if you're not worried about what's going on in your own community? That's big facts. Yeah. Big facts, homie. So, you ever get into a situation where you see somebody who's trying to pretend like they care, they just want the attention? And we see a lot of people come around wanting the attention, but there's no real empathy, there's no real heart, there's no real soul, there's no real care. So you run into these people and you see that narrative has not changed. If not, it's worsened. Oh, it could be over time. It could be an individuality problem.
Large chocolate shake, slice of chocolate cake, large Coke, and a large spaghetti with meat sauce. $25.94. Go ahead and try again. Alrighty, second window. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, we've often come into a room where there's just problems. All right, we've all seen it. It's just problems. Everywhere you turn, another problem. Turn here, problem. Hey, over here, oh, that's a problem. Everybody seems to have a problem when it comes to the narrative Oh yeah, 100%. Capitalism is always what you say is the time I'm on. Yep. Always have, always will. Well, that's how you feed the family. Well, we all run into a problem when we start making the wrong type of observations. No, because you get people that want to be celebrities. You know, that's the problem. You know, they want to be popular. You know what I'm saying? They want to be famous. They want to hit that plateau.
There you go. Good one.
Thank you. What the hell is that? Oh, okay. All right. That's a big bag. Oh my God, I didn't order that much food. Well, when you put into perspective, you see a lot of these people want to be on camera. They want to be standing out. They want to do all these events, right? Me, it's just so much I need to do and have to do. Man, it's like it keeps your brain running like a rabbit on the wheel 24 hours a day. So these politicians who get away with doing all this stuff and telling them they're doing stuff for the community and they're fighting for everybody's rights and they want people to go down there and march and do all these things, but what is the plan? What is the end position? Where's the goals? That's the problem I have that's the situation I have a problem with. I'm not seeing, you know, the process of development. Nah, I don't eat that much. Only eat once a day, homie. See how I stay in great shape? Xeno shape, baby. Now I got a crook in my neck. That was about it. No, man, you see a lot of these people come out because they want to be famous. So they come out and act like they care about the issues, they fighting for the issues, and most of these people are not. I mean, society puts you, and sometimes they pin other people against each other. So when they do that, they've created a civil war or civil unrest between people that don't need to be. You know, like, I'm not finna go against somebody just because the crowd want to see it. But you got those people that's drunk off fame and camera. That's why you got reality TV. Those people believe they stars because the camera's in front of them, and they become whole different people when that camera's on. I've never cared about fame. I cared about my own money. And there's a very key point there, my own. But all I had to do is drop all my morals, my principles, everything that makes me a man, and be as shallow as possible for money. I would be super rich right now. Super rich. We talking tens of millions of dollars. All I had to do was drop my principles. Drop my morals of what makes me me. If I could do that, then I'm all good. Yeah, they could voice their interest, but actions behind the voice is tremendous. Don't you think? Don't you think it would work a lot better if you had actions behind the actual words? You gotta have a plan. To talk to just talk doesn't make sense. Okay, well, what's the plan? We've been talking for 400 years. People back in the days, in the 60s and 70s, we're benefiting off of what they fought for and was able to achieve. We were supposed to build off that. We digressed. All this time we were fighting for equality and just to be treated humanely. People thought that was a problem. Can you believe that? Someone had the audacity to be upset that we were asking for rights to be treated human. That's how bad it is. Do you know what civil rights mean? It don't mean black. It means for the right to be treated civilly as a human being. We had to make a law because they didn't want to treat us like humans. That's how undignified the people y'all run behind felt. When they know you're special. They know it. So just let that sink in. As you keep trying to understand this unjust system that we live in. They don't even want to write where you are treated as a human being. What's up with that? Then the top matters off. You look at scenarios. Right? And I mean real scenarios, not these fake scenarios. What a black person has to deal with on a day-to-day basis, no race would ever know on the face of this earth. They used to have paper bag parties. If your complexion was darker than this paper bag, you couldn't attend the parties. Light-skinned blacks used to run these parties. Fraternity. Where the light-skinned black community who felt they were special than the rest of the other blacks. Calling it the light-skinned party. Then the light-skinned girls got together and called themselves the light-skinned crew. They don't know their history, but they've been fighting each other in wars going way back before they said the white man turned them against each other. Nope. Have to learn your history. Have to know your history for that one. Well, if you knew your history, it goes a lot back to now. So we'll see what all happens next with all of this hoopla. Juneteenth, I don't celebrate Juneteenth. I remember Juneteenth. We should always remember it, but it's nothing to throw a party about and celebrate. That's why I'm so baffled. It's a day off work. It's a holiday. Okay. But the remembrance of it, yes. Remember Juneteenth. But a party? A celebration? That's where I get a little lost. If you knew about Juneteenth, you would know that was nothing to celebrate. God damn it. That's way too much pepper. They make a good meat sauce, but they don't know how to season the spaghetti. But the pepper, I end up putting too much in here. Well, let me tell you something, buddy. Back when blacks ran the world, the mixing of the races was forbidden, even by blacks. Light-skinned blacks and dark-skinned blacks were never supposed to mix. It's told on the pyramids. The whole storyline is told on the pyramids. You get to read when the white man came into Egypt. You get to read when the light-skinned people came into Egypt. And they used different shades to describe different races. For if it was a white man, they would have used the white chalk. They used the light chalk to let you know, no, not white, light skin. They went specifically to let you know who they were talking about. A lot of changes has to be made around in a workaround situation, in an environment that's normally progressively supposed to improve. All we've seen is deterrence. If the Knicks go back to back, buddy, I would never watch another NBA game as long as I live. You can take that to the bank. I'm out. If they ever do some shit like that, I'm done. You got to turn and burn, baby. Spaghetti's good now. I don't need to add any more cheese or any shredded cheese. I like it just like this. Now, I don't have time to wrestle with people, you know. Society puts people and pin them against each other, and I just don't have that type of luxury of time. So that's just how I look at it. But what I see now on the horizon is something simpler. And those simplest terms of this, know what you're fighting for. People fight blindly. And some people do it for show. They want the attention, they want to be hot, they want to have the all scenario. But when it's all said and done, it's bland.
So how do y'all meet?
So anyway, let me eat my food in peace, and then I'll talk to y'all later. Why won't the live stream end?